Hey guys, it's Amber, and I'm going to work on day 12. I'm going to be working on a single page on the back of my day 11 spread. It's going to be a really simple story using some packaging from Shake Shack. Just has a little photo here of me being there, showing that I was out shopping and treated myself basically. But I wanted to use the packaging, and sometimes you just need simple days as like filler days. But what I thought would be fun, the bag here itself is just about 11 inches, so it's perfect for my left to right. I need it to be 8 1/4 tall, so I'm gonna probably try to cut it somewhere around here and go right underneath the edge of the handle here. So it'll take me to here, unless I decide I want to include the handle, which I'm still debating. Then that would take me to right underneath where it says London. So I'm considering that so that it looks more like the bag. But what I think I'm going to do, I gotta decide, because I don't know what I would do with the handle. I think I'm going to cut it right underneath. What I'm going to do is cut a little slit right here above this on the angle, and I'm going to tuck the photos and my journaling down inside there, like make that a little bit of a pocket. And that's gonna be it. So I was looking for a way to hang my numbers, thinking about maybe trying to dangle it from here, maybe with like a brad on the bow or something. I was looking at these like felt hearts potentially. I've grabbed a couple that were like nice and big. Had like a black, blue, red, just something that was like really bold and popped against the green. And then I also found this was from the travel kit in 2021. I have this one left, but I used a bunch of them in my 2021 December daily album, and I thought maybe something like this would look good because the gold matches. And this is from this year's December daily collection, and I could maybe punch a hole in the star and have that either dangle, or if I don't want it to dangle, I could just position it there. But the reddish kind of color helps pop against the green. It still looks Christmassy, the gold matches, and I think that that is what I'm gonna go with. So I'll have a pocket, number 12, it'll be like, that's my layout. So it's gonna be pretty simple overall, but I do need to get it cut out. So I was trying to decide between which side of the bag I was going to use, because there's different cities on here. It says Shake Shack, from Shacks Near and Far. So this side has Miami, Seoul, Austin, LA, and Shanghai. And so as you guys know, I love to travel. So on this side, I've been to 3 locations, not necessarily Shake Shacks, but like those cities. I've been to Austin, LA, and Seoul, Korea. I've flown out of Miami, but I don't consider myself as having ever really been there. And on this side, I've been to New York, London, and Tokyo. But I will always be a sucker for London. So that's the side I think I'm going to go with. So I'm going to just trim. Because the bag is exactly 11 inches, I want to give myself the ability to trim it down really nice and straight on the trimmer, which is why I'm trimming bigger than I need to. Oh, and I forgot, I also had saved, I got cheese fries. So I have my little thing. I didn't actually use it on the cheese fries. Did not really mean for that to happen. There's something like red on here, so I'm just using my eraser on it. That doesn't matter, it's gonna get cut off. So let me grab my big my big trimmer and get this trimmed down. Okay, so step one was getting the bag trimmed down. So you can see I used my large trimmer here for that. So I cut out most of that footage. I left everything a little bit oversized so I had room to play. I didn't want it to be exactly the size of the paper in case it was a little short. And I decided to grab out some of the tab stickers here to make it easier to pull the photos in and out. So I used one of the gold and black ones from this year's set, and then an older green one that I had that said comfort, like comfort food kind of is what I was thinking, plus it kind of just matched with the colors of the kit. And then I just used my tiny attacher to help secure those in place, and I thought that looked really cute, especially with the gold, just to help reinforce with the number. So now I'm grabbing out my small cutting mat, and it's a magnetic ruler. I flipped it around so I could see where I wanted to cut, and I just wanted to double check where exactly I needed to make those cuts, and I just made a couple pencil marks so I could make sure I made it wide enough. So I did a 4 1/8 inch cut because my photos are 4 inches. And I cut up to the bow and then just past the bow, and then I'm going to manually cut around it. And I thought that came out really well. So there you can just see I'm using the craft knife, and the bow's kind of geometric in shape. It didn't really have curves. It had kind of like straight edges, which was nice. So it made it easy to follow and get that cut out. It's not too delicate, but I do just need to be careful going in and out. So the next step here is just to test everything and see how it looks. And then I'll be building the pocket from there. So what I'm going to be doing is using some red line tape around where the photos are on the back side of the bag so that I can create a place that the photos can slide into and they can't go any further. And that's on the left, right, and bottom. And it's something that I've done before. It just prevents them. That way they can't go down any further and get lost because they could actually fall down too far. So I'm using 1/4 inch red line tape. I could have made it a little bit wider, but I didn't want them to be too loose. So I kept them pretty snug next to it and didn't give much room for variance. So right now I'm only applying this, and then when I go to attach this bag to the back of the photo, that's when I'll release the tape. You may see there too that I also use little pieces of paper to cover up the brads from the other side. What I should have done is put a piece of cardstock down because this bag is more see-through than I thought, and you can see once the red release tape is removed, you can't tell, but you can still see the remnants of the red line tape. And I should have just use some more cardstock and things because it just ended up being a bit messy. So here I'm just releasing the stickers and the sticker tape little by little. Even the pieces along the top, I ripped off only half the paper so that I didn't accidentally end up with like a big mess. So just releasing a little bit here and there. And then now you can see why I left it a little bit larger just in case I needed to move it around at all. And I'm just trimming with my scissors because it was very close in size. So happy with the placement and how smoothly everything went down. Now I'm just tucking my photos into place, and I'm going to get ready to put my star down. So I was originally planning to leave it see-through, but the pocket is really see-through and you can see all the words and everything, so I decided to make it not see-through. So I'm going to use some of my double-sided sticky tape from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to attach it to some white cardstock. This, what it does is it makes it so the entire star is a double-sided sticker, basically. And you don't see any adhesive because the entire star has adhesive. So it's just one of those little tricks that I have. I'll make sure to link that for you guys. So there you can see I've cut it out. I'm adhering it to the cardstock. And then I can just retrim that back out and just use a little bit of red line tape. If I wasn't using the cardstock, I could have just peeled that off and made it a sticker to attach down. It would have looked lumpy though because it would have been going over the edge of the 3 photos and everything. So overall, I'm really happy with how this came out. It's a nice simple page. I tried not to make it look too busy. That's why I stuck with just the really simple star and number embellishment. I didn't add anything else except those tabs. And I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video that I created my own journaling card using the digitals of the 3x8 journaling card. So I made it a 4x6. So just heads up on that because I forgot to mention it earlier. So hope you enjoyed taking a look at how to use some ephemera, and I will see you soon for day 13. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye. Bye for now.